Got some info about the Titanfall 2 beta today to kind of whet your appetite for the game, as of course the beta is going to be ahead of its 28th of October release. Now, the first piece of news about the beta that I want to discuss is there's a couple of things, is that it won't be coming out on PC for some reason. The beta, that is. The game is, of course. And essentially, according to the CEO and founder of Respawn, Vince Zampella, the open beta for Titanfall 2 will be primarily to be a stress test to make sure that the servers are actually scaling correctly. And he said, quote, "Since our server backend is per platform, it means we only actually need a single platform to test this. More platforms can be a good sanity check, but we don't need to test them all to make sure we are on a good path for launch." You might be wondering, well, okay, that's all well and good, but why is PC kind of getting the short straw here? And basically, according to Zampella, it came down to there being too much hardware variety on PC, and the studio has been too busy to sort out optimization for the minimum specs. And he said, quote, "We're still making a lot of tweaks and changes to the renderer, the game, and effects. We haven't run through the hardware compatibility lab yet to detect and handle a large variety of hardware, video cards, CPUs, etc. Quite frankly, we aren't ready to deal with that yet. We are still making the game better. We also haven't done enough work to fully support our min spec on PC yet." And there's also another concern outside of the hardware worries that he just described there. Apparently releasing the beta on PC actually leaves the team more vulnerable to security leaks. And he said, quote, "Because the single player story has some wonderful secrets that we really want to preserve for launch, we also have to worry about leaks. Our wonderfully curious PC players have been proven in the past that they will dig out anything they can, and it's a risk that they could spoil some of our single player." Beta isn't on PC. I'm a little bit concerned that, they haven't sorted out the min spec yet, and it's out in October, the end of October, I'll grant you, 28th, as I said, but it still only is about 2.5 months-ish away, and they still haven't got it working right on PC. That's a little bit concerning that they haven't had time, quote-unquote, to worry about optimization. Now I've got the hands full, making sure the game is actually working and everything like that. I'm just a little bit worried that it's going to be a unstable poor optimization or something like that because they've left it late. I don't know. I mean, obviously I don't make games. I could be wrong. Optimization could be easy, but it doesn't sound like it from what he said and from what I know about PC gaming. They literally, apologies there, thousands of setups that you could have. It obviously takes a lot of work to make sure that you support a wide variety of them and add patches for any slightly more obscure setups. And I don't know, I'm just a smidge concerned. Fingers crossed that Titanfall 2 is not a mess on PC. None of us want that. As to when the open beta will actually be live, it will begin this Friday on the 19th of August and will run through until the 21st, so fairly lengthy. However, if you do miss that, it will also be on the next weekend from the 26th to 28th of August. Mode-wise, we're going to be getting 2, Bounty Hunt and Pilots versus Pilots. Now, Bounty Hunt sounds pretty interesting. It is a 5v5 mode that puts pilots against their opposing team, and along with a third-party AI remnant fleet. Now, basically, you need to deposit your points at a bank to receive credit for any of their exploits. However, if you get killed before doing so, perhaps en route to do that, all of your accumulated points will vanish. I imagine that will add a fair bit of tension to things, maybe make it a bit of a risk to carry a lot of points at once, because if you get killed, all that work is gone, but obviously you don't want to keep nipping back and forth to the bank when you've got, other stuff to worry about. So it sounds like an interesting mode. As for Pilots versus Pilots, it is pretty much what it says on the tin, is an 8v8 mode without mechs. As for maps, there are 2 available, Boomtown and Homestead. Boomtown is a sort of underground facility with tight lanes and peaked roofs, as Homestead is more of an open area with rocks, trees, and a nice river to add something a bit more scenic as well. The second test will bring an extra mode called Armed Hardpoint. It's a 6v6 variation of the original Hardpoint, only now you can amp the beacon you're protecting to earn your team double score, and also be another map as well called Forward Base Kodai. There'll be 2 new Titans as well in the beta, Ion and Scorch, along with a host of pilot abilities including Grapple, Hollow Point and Pulse Blade. So, there you have it. That's all the known information about the Titanfall 2 beta. Of course, over the next couple of days, we're going to be having a lot of news coming out of Gamescom, so do keep your eyes peeled here. We'll be covering everything that I can out of Gamescom, and I'll see you next time.